Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. So, student, in today's video, we'll begin with chapter 6 of your book, India, People and Economy. And the name of chapter is Water Resources. I hope you all are ready with your book and pencil and pen so that you can note down important points. So, are you ready? All right. All right. Then let's get started. These are the content which we are going to discuss in this chapter. First we'll discuss the definition of water, then we'll discuss water forms and distribution, then types of water uses, then availability of water, fresh water shortage, water use problem and conflicts, increase water supply, then we'll discuss watershed management, then multi-purpose water resource management, then conclusion and recommendation. So let's begin with the chapter. Water. Water is very important in our life, students. So we can define water as a marvelous substance which can be beautiful, powerful and destructive. पानी जो है वो सुंदर भी होता है, पावरफुल भी होता है और डिस्ट्रक्टिव भी होता है. Now, forms of water. Water is found in basically three states: solid, liquid and gas. These are the three states in which water is found. Student, you must have learned or you must have read in your previous classes about hydrological cycle or water cycle. I hope you have read. So in hydrological cycle we'll get to know the different forms of water, how water get evaporated and take the form of gas, then how it is react with the molecule present in atmosphere, then again it change its form and it will fall down in form of rain. So how water changes its form, so you have already read it in your previous classes. So you must be knowing about the forms of water, and you must know about hydrological cycle or water cycle, the process of evaporation, condensation. So this all you have learned in your previous class. So you must remember that there were only three forms in which water is present. It can be present either in liquid form, solid form or gas form. Now, water form and distribution. Now, water is found in these states. Distribution of water, it is found as fresh water, groundwater, then soil moisture and moisture in plant atmosphere. So these are the ways in which water is distributed. Now, water as a resource. Water resources are natural resources of water that are potentially useful. And student, it is very important because it is needed for life to exist. Without water, it is not possible for human being to survive, because water is the basic necessity of life. बिना पानी के हम जिंदा नहीं रह सकते. हमें हर चीज़ के लिए, हमें सर्वाइव करने के लिए पानी की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जैसे कि हमें प्यास लगती है तो हम पानी पीते हैं, हमें भूख लगती है तो हम खाना बनाते हैं. खाने में हम क्या यूज़ करते हैं? वाटर यूज़ करते हैं. पीने में हम क्या यूज़ करते हैं? वाटर करते हैं. अगर यूटेंसिल वॉश करने हैं तो हमको वाटर यूज़ करना होता है. अगर अपन को अपने क्लोथ को वॉश करना है तो वी हैव टू यूज़ वाटर. सो वी कैन से दैट वाटर इज़ द बेसिक नेसेसिटी ऑफ ह्यूमन लाइफ. सो वाटर प्ले अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल इन ह्यूमन लाइफ. 97% of water on earth is saline water and only 3% of it is fresh water. Slightly over 2/3 of this is frozen in glacier and polar ice cap. So these are the ways in which water is presented. So From this we can get an idea कि the amount of water which we get for drinking purpose is very less. So we have to use water rationally. We are not supposed to waste water, because although it is a renewable resource, but still we have to take care while using water, because the availability of fresh water is slightly less. All right. The remaining unfrozen water is found mainly as groundwater, with only a small friction present above ground or in the air. We have already discussed about the uses of water. Water is used everywhere. Water can use in agricultural activity. It can also use in industrial activity. We can use water in household activity. We can use water for recreational and environmental activity. So everywhere there is a necessity of water. That is why we can say the water play a very important role. पानी की ज़रूरत हर जगह पे पड़ती है, इसीलिए water is very very important. Now, types of water resource. Ocean water 97.2%. Glacier and other ice 2.15%. Groundwater 0.61%. Freshwater lake 0.009%. Inland sea 0.008%. Soil moisture 0.005%. Atmosphere 0.001%. River 0.0001%. So you can see types of water and how it is available, and you can see the percentage also. Now, water resources in India. India accounts for about 2.5% of world surface area, 4% of world water resource, and about 16% of world population. And the total water available from precipitation in the country in a year is about 4,000 cubic kilometer. Precipitation means rainfall or in form of snow. All right, that is precipitation. So the total water available from precipitation in country in a year is about 4,000 cubic kilometer. The availability from surface water replenishable ground is 1869 cubic kilometer, and out of this only 60% can be put to beneficial use. See the ratio, 60% can be put to beneficial use. Thus total utilizable water resource in a country is only 1122 cubic kilometer, and the majority of water resource that are widely used. So these are the majority two water resource that are widely used. So you can make an estimate with this ratio that how much water is available. All right. Now, surface water. There are four major sources of surface water. These are river, lakes, ponds and tanks. And in these country there are about 10,360 rivers and their tributaries longer than 1.6 kilometer each. The mean annual flow in all the river basin in India is estimated to be 1869 cubic kilometer. And however, due to topographical, hydrological and other constraints, only about 690 cubic kilometer, that is 32% of available surface water can be utilized. That means only surface water which we can utilize is only 32%. Water flow in river depend on size of its catchment area or river basin and rainfall within its catchment area. River like Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus have huge catchment areas. Given that precipitation is relatively high in catchment area of Ganga, Brahmaputra and Barak River. These rivers, although account for only about 1/3 of total area in a country and have 60% of total surface water resource. So this is also a ratio which is given to us. So I hope you have understood. Now, groundwater resources. The total replenishable groundwater resource in a country are about 432 cubic kilometer. The Ganga and Brahmaputra basin have about 46% of total replenishable groundwater resources. And the level of groundwater utilization is relatively high in river basin lying in northwestern region and part of South India. And the groundwater utilization is very high in state of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu. However, there are states like Chhattisgarh, Orissa, Kerala, etc. which utilize only a small portion of their groundwater potentials. Now, states like Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Tripura and Maharashtra are utilizing their groundwater resource at a moderate rate. If the present trend continue, the demand of water would need the supply, and such situation will be determined to develop and can cause social upheaval and disruption. Now you can see the table which is given in your book, that is table 6.1. In this it is given the basin wise groundwater potential and utilization in India. Name of basin, ground water, then total replenishable utilization and level of groundwater. So if you want, you can you can note it from book also, and if you want you can pause the video and you can note it down. Now, water demand and utilization. India has traditionally been an agrarian economy, and about 2/3 of its population have been depend on agriculture. We have already discussed that in India 2/3 of its population is dependent on agriculture, and to do agriculture what we required? We required water. Why we required water? Because irrigation agriculture cannot be possible without irrigation, and in irrigation we required water. So we can say that 2/3 of India's population have been dependent on agriculture, and agriculture accounts for 89% of surface water and 92% of groundwater utilization. You can see the table 6.2. From there you can understand the use of water for domestic purpose, for industrial purpose and for agriculture purpose. In agriculture, we are using 89% of groundwater, and in industrial sector it is limited to 2% and surface water utilization and 5% of groundwater utilization. And domestic sector it is 9% in surface water utilization as compared to groundwater. So this is very important, student. You can see where the demand of water is more. Now, demand of water for irrigation. We have already discussed in agriculture, water play an important role, and water is mainly used for irrigation, and irrigation is needed because of unavailability of rainfall, because it is not possible that throughout the year rainfall occurred. Rainfall is seasonal. Only few months were there in which rainfall occurred. So to irrigate the field we required water. So the large tract of country are deficient in rainfall and are drought prone. Northwestern India, Deccan Plateau constitute such area. Winter and summer season are more or less dry in most part of the कंट्री. पूरे देश में यही होता है कि समर और विंटर में बहुत कम बारिश आती है, केवल रेनी सीजन होता है उसमें ज़्यादातर रेनफॉल होती है, पर जो इरिगेशन वो हमको पूरे साल भर चाहिए, तो वो पानी कहाँ से आता है. Hence, it is difficult to practice agriculture without assured irrigation during dry season. Even in area of ample rainfall like West Bengal, Bihar, breaks in monsoon or its failure create dry spell and detrimental for agriculture. Water need a certain crop also make irrigation necessary. So provision of irrigation make multiple cropping possible. अगर irrigation facility होती है then it is possible to grow multiple crop at the same time. And it has also been found that irrigated land have higher agricultural productivity than unirrigated land. Obviously जहाँ पे irrigation अच्छा होगा तो जो productivity होगी वो high होगी, जहाँ पे irrigation कम होगा वहाँ पे productivity कम होगी. So water also play an important role. The high yielding variety of crop need regular moisture supply which is made possible only by developed irrigation system. अच्छा irrigation system होगा तभी water की supply अच्छे से हो पाएगी. So in Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh, more than 85% of net sown area is under irrigation. And out of total net irrigated area, 76.1% in Punjab and 51.3% in Haryana are irrigated through wells and tube wells. And the share of area irrigated through wells and tube well is also very high in state given in table. You can see the table in which it is given the name of state along with the percentage. And it is given in table 6.2. Now, emerging water problem. The per capita availability of water is increasing day by day due to increase in population, because population is increasing. जब population बढ़ रही है तो पानी की जो ज़रूरत है वो भी उसके साथ साथ बढ़ती जा रही है. Water is second जो reason है वो है that is water is getting polluted. And that is when toxic substance enter lakes, streams, river, ocean and other water bodies. They get dissolved or lie suspended in water. जब ये जो water है हम कह रहे हैं कि बहुत fresh water जो है वो हमारे पास पहले से ही कम है और जो है उसको भी हम polluted कर देते हैं. जैसे कि कुछ जैसे इंडस्ट्री होती है उसका वेस्ट होता है वो रिवर में जाके मिल जाता है तो वो उसको गंदा कर देता है, फिर उसको पीने लायक नहीं बचती वो पानी हमारे लिए. तो इन दिस वे वाटर इज गेटेड polluted and this result in pollution of water whereby quality of water deteriorates affecting aquatic system. Sometimes these pollutants also seep down and pollute groundwater. The Ganga and Yamuna are two highly polluted river in the कंट्री. गंगा और यमुना को सब पता है कि सबसे पोल्यूटेड रिवर्स जो है अपनी कंट्री की वो है गंगा एंड यमुना. गंगा में तो हम देखते हैं ना कितना पोल्यूशन है, कोई भी मर जाते हैं हमारे तो उसकी अस्थियां हम उसी में डाल देते हैं, तो इससे पोल्यूशन तो होता ही है ना रिवर के अंदर. एंड दिस कॉज फर्दर लिमिटिंग द अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ यूजेबल वाटर रिसोर्स. और इस वजह से जो हमारे पास लिमिट है अवेलेबिलिटी है वाटर रिसोर्स की जो कि हम ड्रिंकिंग पर्पस के लिए यूज़ कर सकते हैं वो और भी ज़्यादा कम हो जाती है. नाउ प्रिवेंशन ऑफ वाटर पोल्यूशन. द सेंट्रल पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड in collaboration with state pollution control board has been monitoring water quality of national aquatic resource at 507 stations, and the data obtained from these stations show that organic and bacterial contamination continue to be the main source of pollution in the rivers. The legislative provisions such as Water Act 1974 and Environment Protection Act 1986 have not been implemented effectively, and there is a strong need to generate public awareness about importance of water and impact of water pollution. The public awareness and action can be very effective in reducing the pollutant from agricultural activity, domestic and industrial discharge. क्योंकि जब तक हम खुद जागरूक नहीं होंगे तब तक हम गवर्नमेंट के डिसीजन से केवल ये नहीं हो सकता कि गवर्नमेंट ही उसको प्रोटेक्ट करे. हम खुद अगर अवेयर होंगे, हम खुद वाटर को पोल्यूट करना बंद कर देंगे तो जो वाटर है उसकी अवेलेबिलिटी इजीली अवेलेबल हो जाएगी. सो देयर वर सर्टेन वेज टू इंक्रीज द अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ वाटर resource, and among one of them is watershed management. Now what is watershed management? Actually this is basically refers to efficient management and conservation of surface and groundwater resource. एफिशिएंटली हम ग्राउंड वाटर को कंजर्व कर लेते हैं. इस प्रोसेस को हम बोलते हैं वाटर शेड मैनेजमेंट. एंड इट इन्वॉल्व प्रिवेंशन ऑफ रन ऑफ एंड स्टोरेज एंड recharge of groundwater through various methods like percolation tank, recharge well, etc. So these are the example of watershed management जो कि पानी को वेस्ट होने से बचाने के लिए we basically use. Few more examples were given in your book like Neeru Meeru water and you program in Andhra Pradesh. Arvari Pani Sansad in Alwar have taken construction of various water harvesting structures like percolation tank, dugout pond, in जिनको हम जोहड़ भी बोलते हैं, check dams, etc. So there were so many initiatives which have been taken by the people. In Tamil Nadu, it is made compulsory that water harvesting structure in house is compulsory. No building can be constructed without making structure for water harvest. मतलब हर बिल्डिंग में वाटर को प्रिजर्व करने का सिस्टम होना चाहिए. कोई भी ऐसी बिल्डिंग नहीं होनी चाहिए में जहाँ पे वाटर को प्रिजर्व नहीं करते हो. तो फर्स्ट वन वे इज वाटर शेड मैनेजमेंट. देन रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग. वी हैव रेड दिस इन मैनी टाइम इन प्रीवियस क्लास की व्हाट इज रेन वाटर harvesting. It is a method to capture and store rainwater for various use, and it is also used to recharge groundwater aquifers. It is also used to recharge groundwater, and it is low cost and eco-friendly technique for preserving every drop of water. Rainwater harvesting increase water availability, and it also check the declining groundwater table, and it also improve quality of groundwater through dilution of contaminants like fluoride and nitrates, and prevent soil erosion, flooding, and arrest salt water in coastal area and cause recharge aquifer. And rainwater harvesting can be practiced through various methods by different community in country for long time. And this is given in your book. If certain figures has been given, you can see it in figure 6.5 where various method of rainwater harvesting is given. So you can see that image and you can have an idea that how in different ways we can save rainwater. All right, किस तरह से हम बारिश के पानी को सेव कर सकते हैं और उसको हम फर्दर यूज में ले सकते हैं. एंड अनदर वे थ्रू विच वी कैन इम्प्रूव फ्रेश वाटर अवेलेबिलिटी इज बाय रिसाइकल एंड रीयूज. We can recycle the use of water of lesser quality such as reclaimed water. Wastewater would be an attractive option for industries for cooling and firefighting to reduce their water cost. Similarly, in urban area, water after bathing and washing utensil can be used for gardening. Water used for washing vehicle can also be used for gardening. So this would conserve better quality of water for drinking purpose. Currently, recycling of water is practiced on limited scale. However, there is innumerous scope of replenishing water through recycling. So, we have to recycle water. We have to reuse water. And we have to stop wasting the water because it is a very precious resource which we have to use very have to use water very carefully. All right, now what exactly do we have to learn from this chapter? The first thing which we have to learn is that we have to use remaining water resource carefully without wasting single drop of it, and we have to stop polluting water bodies for our own needs. We have to find new way to increase water resource like rainwater harvesting. So these are the things which we have to learn from this chapter. All right, with this we come to an end of this chapter. I hope you have understood the chapter. All right, student, please prepare notes from the video only, and please try to solve questions given at the back of your textbook. All right, and student, if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. We'll continue the next chapter in next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. God bless you.